Hi, welcome to another episode of David Rides a Trike. I'm David, I'm riding a trike. If this is your first time, well, before I get into the introduction, if you'd like to skip the introduction and you're watching this on YouTube, go down into the description below. There will be a link there to skip the intro. Just click on that link and you'll get right to the content. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello, welcome, thanks for watching. I try to provide a little motivation for people with chronic illnesses and disabilities to get out and find some fun form of outdoor exercise, because doing so can be therapeutic and doing something fun is fun. Personally, I fall into both the chronically ill and the disabled categories. I was diagnosed as a type 1 diabetic when I was 1.5 years old. I've had 3 organ transplants, including a pancreas transplant that cured me of my type 1 diabetes. I've had stage 3 cancer with chemo. I'm legally blind, have had all kinds of illnesses, hospitalizations, surgeries that I'm not going to get into right now. About a month ago, when just after I got this new trike, I was selling my old trike, and the gentleman who ended up buying it, whose name coincidentally is also David, and if you're watching, David, hello. But he sat down to take a little test ride, and he was riding around my cul-de-sac, and as he did the first lap and he was approaching me, I could see he had the big, what we know as the triker's grin on his face, and he shouted out, "I feel like I'm riding a go-kart." And I laughed because I've had that same thought hundreds, maybe 1,000 times or more. It does feel like you're riding a go-kart, which gets to the kind of meat of this episode, which is how riding a trike can make you feel like a kid. When I say it can make you feel like a kid, I mean it in the literal sense. It seems, these trikes seem like they can act as a time machine of sorts. I've noticed 3, let's call them triggers, that can take me from riding here to 60 years back when I was a little kid. Those triggers are, the one that it happens with the least, are sounds. When I'm riding and I hear insects and some small animals and birds, that can do it. It kind of kicks me back to when I was a kid and I used to spend hours in the empty lot at my corner trying to catch insects and watching them and bringing them home in glass jars. Probably not a something the kids do nowadays. And it's probably a good thing, because those insects always just end up dying. But back then it was an accepted thing to do and really even encouraged. The second thing that will take me back to the past are smells. Usually it's a smell of a campfire or a wood fire. The campfire or the barbecue smells remind me of being a kid in the summer. We used to have barbecues at our house every Sunday, and I just smell that smell, and doesn't work with a propane grill or a gas grill, only with the charcoal briquettes. And I'm back in my backyard in the house I grew up on the north side of Chicago. And the wood burning fires remind me of a time a little later, my late teens and 20s, when I used to do a lot of camping, and we'd always make a fire at night, and I loved the smell of those fires. The third trigger, which might sound like an odd one, but it's actually the one that does it the most for me, is the sunlight, and specifically the angle of the sun and the intensity. Last Monday here in the US, it was Labor Day. For those of you in other countries, Labor Day is a holiday that celebrates the working man. And it has a second meaning associated with it, and that is it marks the unofficial end of the summer. After Labor Day, kids go back to school, public beaches and pools close, at least here in the Midwest they do, and it starts getting darker a lot earlier. And last Monday on Labor Day, I was riding on this trail, and it was late in the day, early evening, and I was looking at the sky, and then all of a sudden the sunlight caught my eye, the way it was shining on copse of trees, and I immediately was zapped from Labor Day 2021 to Labor Day 1963 or 1964. I could feel and sense and see the last barbecue of the season at my house with my extended family there. The smell of the burgers and hot dogs on the grill, people talking, cigarette smoke in the air because everyone smoked back then. And I could feel that sense that summer was coming to a close. The next day, I would be going back to school. The summer days of playing baseball with my buddies, riding our bikes, and really just having a good time doing what we wanted to do were coming to a close. No more going to the schoolyard at night and hanging out until it started getting dark, and then playing games that were kind of a combination of hide and go seek and tag, I guess. One moment. And if this all sounds a little sad to you, definitely some melancholy tones mixed in there. I loved those summers when I was a kid. But it's also remarkable that I do have those memories, and I could see and feel and smell them still. Those were great days, had such fun, and I really cherish those memories. It's amazing that, to me, that the angle of the sun and riding this trike can instantly take me back to those days. So, yeah, these silly ass contraptions that we ride are pretty remarkable. I think these are sentiments that a lot, if not all of you, have. You've voiced them to me. So I think you agree with me. So if you're considering getting a trike, yeah, get one and just think of it as a time machine. That's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have not already, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up down below. That's how more people will be able to see my videos. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think. And I will see you on the next ride. Bye-bye.